Hi, I'm Tim Kaschinske, and I'm a consultant in healthcare solutions with BridgeHead Software. Today I'd like to talk to you about our healthcare data management platform and how it uses the 4 layers of archiving to implement total healthcare data protection. Okay? To start off, let me talk about the different layers. First, start off with the storage layer. Obviously, you need the ability to store the data in some physical platform, whether that's disk, tape, or even cloud. You need a storage layer to be able to actually storage that. Okay? The problem that you have is that storage technology changes over time. If you're going to archive data for 30 years, you're guaranteed that what you initially write it on will not be the same as what you might need to restore it on 30 years from now. So storage technology changes, and you need the ability to store multiple storage devices. Bring in the abstraction layer. This layer allows you to support multiple devices. It allows you to write the same data to multiple devices to be able to, for a couple reasons. One, the problem that I talked about where you have devices that age off. The other, where you've got data on multiple devices. If you've got data on disk and data on tape, it's not likely that it's going to be corrupted on both pieces of media. So if it becomes corrupted in one, you can restore it from another. It's important to have the ability to do that. It's also important to have the ability to detect that. That's why the abstraction layer has things like digital signatures, where it can make sure that the data we write is accurate and that when we retrieve it, we get back what we wrote. That's what's in the abstraction layer. It provides a thing we call storage agnosticism. What's next? The file layer. Why is the file layer important? The file layer is the lowest common denominator. All unstructured data is stored in some type of file, whether that's a DICOM file, whether that's a PDF report, Microsoft Word, whether it's scanned images, all of that is stored at the file layer. And being able to archive at the file layer provides you the ability to archive many different data types and have the protection across many different data types. So building upon the abstraction layer, it allows you to provide digital signatures to the files and store them across multiple devices. One builds upon the other and provides a powerful solution. So now take that one step further and let's talk about the content layer. Content layer is where you know something about the data. Okay? You know something about the content. Good example is DICOM. Okay? You know the procedure type, you know the patient, you know what type of modality performed it, you know many different parameters about the procedure. So there's things you know, and you can take action in terms of archive with regard to the content. Then building upon the file layer, you get the ability to protect the data with digital signatures and write it across multiple devices. So that if 30 years from now this content layer needs to retrieve a file from a new device, it's able to do it because of these other layers. Now, let's take a look at your typical VNA. Okay? Typically the VNA works with the content layer, and they provide all sorts of useful functionality with regard to the content, which is typically DICOM. Okay? And they've also got the ability to write it to storage which is often some form of disk. Perhaps a tape, but mostly it's disk. Not sure that you're getting true storage agnosticism there. The other part of the question is, where's the protection? Where are the layers that you get here? Where are things like digital signatures to make sure that the data you wrote is accurate and that what you're retrieving? VNA companies will say, well, if you want to protect the data, just have different sites and replicate the data across. The problem is, how are they detecting data corruption at these sites, and how are they correcting it when it does occur? Because it does occur on occasion. They don't have the methods built into these layers to be able to do that. They either have to get it from another company or they have to build it into the content layer. Building it upon the 4 layers, you get all of that functionality together. So with this platform, you get the ability to provide the content archiving built upon the file and protection layers. So if you take a look at it from a graph perspective, you've got vendors that know how to do DICOM archiving. And there's many vendors out there that can do this, and they do a good job. You've also got the data management vendors that are out there, and there's many of those out there. What's unique is being able to have someone who understands healthcare data, the content, and provide the data management of the other 3 layers for full protection. There's only one vendor that's able to do that today, and that's BridgeHead. And we do that through our healthcare data management platform, which is built on the 4 layers of archiving.